In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a password manager in a web extension using JavaScript. We're going to be adding it to the previous web extension that we've been working on. We already have this password strength checker that checks how strong a password is, and we have this password generator where you can also copy stuff, but we're going to add a password manager to it as well. The password manager is going to look something like this, where you can type in a website, type in the password you want to save, and you'll click show. It's going to show the website with the password. You'll also be able to hide the passwords like that. Okay. This is also part of the web extension if you haven't seen the videos previously, where it shows how strong it is even on web pages in Google Chrome. The two files we're going to be modifying are the popup.js and the popup.html. The first one we're going to modify is popup.js. This password manager is going to have several functions. One of the functions is going to be called getKey, which is going to actually retrieve the password for us. Now that we've done that, we're going to move on to our next function called encrypt password, which is going to do what it says, encrypt the password for us. Now let's write a function to decrypt the password. We're done with the functions. Now we're going to actually create some variables for the buttons and add some event listeners so that the web extension can actually be interactive, right? Like we will be able to click the buttons and it will be able to do what we want it to do. We're basically telling the program what to do when the user clicks the save button. Okay, now we need another event listener for the show button that's actually going to show the passwords that the user has saved. All right, last button is going to be the little tiny hide button that's going to hide the passwords. All right, we're done with the popup.js. Let's move on to the popup.html. Make sure you add this new section right before where you're running this script. We're gonna have an input box so the user can type in the website where they want to save it in. And then we added another input box for the actual password that the user wants to save. This container is for the actual buttons, the save password button and the show passwords button. This is the hide save passwords button. It has all the CSS so it can be like small and light gray. And right here, it's just going to display the password list. So let's save this. And now let's take a look. All right, we should be good. It's looking like it's working. Let's say, for example, we have fastest supreme bot. .com and the password is go cop that. The password is go cop that. All right, let's save the password and show. All right, so the buttons aren't working for some reason. Okay, let's look into it. Let's see why the buttons aren't working. Let's make sure the IDs are proper. All right, I made some changes. Not gonna lie, I needed AI's help, but I had to put this in a DOM content loaded. So I put this whole thing into a DOM content loaded because like for some reason the buttons weren't working. We're just going to go over it really quick. We have this password strength checker in here. Okay. We have the password generator information in here. This is just all for the buttons and event listeners. And then for the password manager, event listeners and buttons. Yeah, I put that in here so you can see the show button as well. And here's the hide button. So we're gonna save that, check it out, see if it's working. Test, save. Okay, we saved it. Okay, it's there. Now if we click show, it decrypts it first. If you hide it, it encrypts it first. That's pretty cool. And then if we click hide right here, it'll just hide the passwords. That's pretty much it. This is like honestly super safe. If you don't want to encrypt this, you can like delete this part where it doesn't encrypt and decrypt it, but that's entirely up to you. If this was a little confusing and you just want the full code, you can just go to my Discord. I've uploaded it there. The link is in my description. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned some today. Stay safe. Peace.